What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new tactic. Today is going to be the most hated 4-4-2. That is right. The ultimate tactic to annoy your mates with and dominate your FM saves. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, as we are going to embark on a journey today of a tactic that scores over 4 goals a game and went invincible with Tottenham Hotspur. Let's get into it. So then, first up is going to be the Tottenham Hotspur test that was done on the default version of this tactic. Today we have got 3 versions of the tactic as always. Each one serves a very different purpose. The default one is going to be with Tottenham, the attacking one with Salzburg, and the defensive one with RC Lens. Now, with Tottenham, again, on the balanced version, we are going to come out and actually win 34 out of 38 games. Now, I will say, Numan Kudus was playing up front. We've got 2 strikers. He did occupy one of the striker roles, therefore that is going to explain the goal outlet. And also, it wasn't just the goals that he got. He picked up 19 assists as well, alongside of Maddison with 15, Kuleveski with 15, Basuma with 13. Vicario picks up the most clean sheets, and overall, it was a very, very strong Premier League season, which, to be honest with you, is really, really good for Tottenham Hotspur. Now, 130 goals being scored, over 780 shots, 228 shots against us, the fewest conceded, and the most clean sheets. Is going to make up for a stellar Premier League season, as we also go on to pick up 3.42 goals a game, which is not the most with this tactic, and only conceding 0.47, so a very good amount of goals scored. Hardly any goals conceded, a load of shots per game as well, and all we've got to do is look here. We are scoring 2 more goals than the actual Premier League average, and we are conceding close to a goal less. So we're the mighty Tottenham Hotspur. Off to Wembley for the FA Cup, and we didn't get off to the best start. We are playing Brighton, a team that are beatable, but definitely have got some top talent, and Matoma is one of those players, and he makes them go 1-0 up in 34 minutes. Now, luckily for us, we are going to bounce back just before the full-time whistle goes. In the 85th minute, the press is going to get activated, Kudus is going to be on it, goes through one-on-one, and this man knows where the goal is, and luckily, we push ourselves into extra time, where we are going to come out and win it from a great ball in from Kudus. Back stick, I'll take it. Awful from Verbruggen. On top of that, although they're not wins, 2 massive displays in the Champions League, getting to the final, where sadly we are going to lose 1-0 against Real Madrid. And the Carabao Cup, we do lose on penalties to Liverpool, but still a really, really strong season. You know, when you're winning things like the Premier League with Tottenham, the FA Cup, getting to a Champions League final, these are the signs of a tactic that is, well, it's incredible. Right then, over to the tactic creation. If you are enjoying, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, if you enjoy rebuilds, make sure you come on over to the second channel. That is going to be Daily Josh. You can find it in the description or type it in on YouTube. And we do rebuilds every other day. So if you're subscribed to both channels, you get tactic, rebuild. And there's even some tactics this channel doesn't see that channel does. So make sure you are going on over, even if it is just for the tactics. But all you want to do when you come to this screen is simply create your own style. And of course, it's about a 4-4-2. So let's load in a 4-4-2 and let's get building. So first step is to go down to the bottom left and go to attacking. The 4-4-2 is brilliant this year, but one of its downsides is sometimes it's a little bit too negative, even with attacking player roles. So I solve that by simply going on attacking, and it filters it out quite easily. The goalkeeper is going to be a sweeper keeper on defend, with no custom instructions. I just wanted a very risk-free option, because we're not afraid to get quite attacking with this tactic, so the last thing I want is also risks being taken from my own goalkeeper. So super easy. The fullback on the right is going to be set to support, and he is going to be told to do a total of 4 things. Number 1, tackle harder. Number 2, sit narrow. Number 3, cut inside. Number 4, get forward. So we really are pushing the limits of these fullbacks. Now, the great thing about these players is that I have focused not only on the right, but also on the left, by the way. It's literally exactly the same. So cut inside, get forwards, tackle harder, alongside, of course, of sitting narrow. Now, these players are more narrow-minded fullbacks, right? They're not literally inverted, but they are told to sit narrow and cut inside. And that's because I've got them almost making the underlapping runs, because we are actually going to have real traditional wingers who do actually run wide with the ball and not cut in and take up different positions. So these fullbacks are therefore going to have to come on the inside, which they do a really good job of. When it comes to the 2 ball playing defenders, you probably know how the game goes by now. It's been out a long time. For meta and results, you always want this double of dribble more and also tackle harder. By far the best partnership at the back you can have. Super meta, super overpowered, and will get you those results that you are desperately craving. When it comes to the midfield, we've gone a bit unorthodox. You might think, Josh, box to box all the time. No, not today. We are going to have a default central midfield player, simply on defend, who will naturally hold position, and to partner him, another CM, this time on support, on take more risks, alongside of dribble more, shoot less often, alongside of getting forwards and also moving in to the channels. So we've got a very attacking player here in terms of the instructions, because next to him we've got a super defensive one, so we can afford to commit that left-hand sided player because of this man right here. I will quickly say at this part of the video, if you are interested in getting all of these wonderful perks, that does include all 3 of the tactics today, all of my tactics from this whole year, over 240, which all feature free variants, so that's over 600 tactics, all of them on mobile and console, rebuild files, ad-free viewing, early access, 2 Patreon exclusive tactics per week, and access to our record-breaking giveaway of £1,300. You can come and check out the Patreon today, where there is still 30% off, so make sure you come and get involved. Now, back to the tactic, the main thing. Because we have got quite a reserve midfield, even with this guy being quite attacking, we can therefore go quite out there with the wingers. So we are going to have both of them as an absolute joy set to attack, and they're both going to be told to do the same thing. So on the left hand side, he will aim at the far post alongside of running wide and also tackling harder, and when it comes to the right hand side, he will be told to hit the far post, run wide and also tackle harder. So essentially the right winger will target the left striker will target the right striker. And it's super basic with the front two, because we've gone meta. We've gone with 2 default advanced forwards who will simply get the job done. When it comes to in possession, we are going to leave it in the middle, pass into the space, focus down the left and the right. We spoke about it briefly. Underlapping runs, super important with how this system is set up. Mixed crosses, be more expressive, a higher tempo, and a shorter passing directness. In transition, the counter press and counter, while playing to the entirety of the back line and taking short goal kicks. And out of possession, we are going to go in with the high press, the higher defensive line, much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, and also step up more. But do not go anywhere. That is just one version of the tactic, the attacking tactic, to chase a game or to play as a top team as. This is going to be your best friend. So the goalkeeper remains unchanged, the ball players remain unchanged, the fullbacks are a little bit more out there. Both on support, this time on take more risks, cross more, cut in, get forwards, sit narrow, and also tackle harder. On the left, the CM does remain the same on support. On the right, we want another player getting forward, so a box-to-box is going to come in on tackle harder and get further forwards. The wingers are going to be identical because they've done their job so well, and the advanced forwards, well, there's no reason to change, so we're keeping it pretty similar. Now, there are certain changes in the team instructions. One thing that doesn't change, by the way, is that mentality. Very rarely will you see me go to very attacking because I think it's a little bit overkill. When it comes to this tactic, the sort of core changes: the double up, run at defence and be more expressive, the higher tempo, shorter passing, all of this good stuff remains the same, but on this occasion, can you guess? Pass into the space is going to be selected. In transition, the top 3 is also going to be selected, so really getting that ball moving quickly, and this time no favoured area to distribute, just get the ball moving ASAP because we're attacking. Therefore, it can go to the wide players, the midfield, the back line. Just get the ball moving quickly is my only demand. And out of possession, we are going to use the high press with the much higher defensive line, step up more, get stuck in, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and a maxed out trigger press to much more often. Now, small teams, underdog teams, to defend a game out with, whatever your scenario is out of those 3 situations, I've got you covered on this channel. And this one is genuinely a bit more of a direct, lower tempo, dark arts football method. But if you're playing as a small team, it's what you need. So the goalkeeper does remain the same. The ball players, both of them, simply on the default. Both of the fullbacks on support on sit narrow, tackle harder, and also mark tighter. So not too much of an attacking influence with those fullbacks anymore. Both of the wingers drop to support, and they are going to be a little bit different. So the left-hand side on support, cross, aim, far, post. Run wide, get forwards, and also tackle harder. The right winger is now on support on cross aim near post, so both left and right are hitting that new target forward, who is also going to be on run wide, get forwards, and tackle harder. The CM on defend comes back in on the right, this time on more direct passes, and we introduce a ball-winning midfield player on support, simply on shoot less often, to really cement that midfield. A target forward comes in on support to partner the unchanged advanced forward on attack. Big things happening, big things changing. We are going to go down to balance, so that's already a massive change. The next change is, well, pass into the space, focus down the left and the right, but no underlapping runs. If you've got mine, play for the set pieces. Time wasting frequently, tempo in the middle, passing up by one to slightly more direct, and this time simply run at defence, because you can probably get a vibe for this. We are going regroup, counter. We are a counter-attacking team. When the keeper has the ball, just slow the pace down. Calm yourself down and play to the entire back line while taking short goal kicks. Out of possession, simplicity is sometimes key, and that's what I've gone with. Standard, high press, standard on the trigger press, and simply stay on feet. Be that team that is very annoying to break down. And this will form, defensively, a back eight. So have fun breaking that down, and we will still go on the counter and score goals. And that is going to give you the defensive version. Let's go and see what it actually done. So we had an absolute great time in the French League. We don't win the French League with Lens. It wasn't really an expectation. But we are going to finish close second, and we dominate the stat lines, even with the goals. Now, I will say, I was actually unaware of the Edouard signing, a fantastic FM player. Really, really good finisher. And we put on a great display. And I mean, apart from PSG, we actually still managed to outscore them. Have more shots. Defensively, we're quite solid in this league. A lot of teams in 5th place there. Possession, we hold our own, which is really, really impressive to see. And the data hub is going to feature, you know, actually 4 goals a game, even with the defensive version. Now, this does go to show how different leagues are in terms of, you know, some leagues you are able to extract more goals with a less attacking tactic. But I thought, you know what, Lens are a sort of mid-table side in the French league. Let's go and see what we can do. And we are going to concede over a goal a game because we are Lens at the end of the day. But we still managed to outscore by close to 3 goals. So even with this tactic being quite defensive, we still managed to outscore and still done really, really well. And that's not the only positive of this season, because we get to the French Cup final and we are playing Marseille. Now, we did get past PSG to get here, so this would be a massive trophy to win, and that play is simply lovely. A great start inside of 31 minutes and a rocketing start. I tell you what, to go here, to play Marseille, beat PSG to get to this final, this is a statement game, and Mercado's going to go through and make it 2 just after the first half finishes and the second half begins. So we're leading really, really strong. Now, it's not a flawless final. Marseille have got some very, very good players, Nouri being one of them. Really, really good player. Great ball in, a little bit of luck there, but they are going to find themselves back into the game. And things got a bit ropey until this sort of next 10-minute block of a game segment. I mean, Udol down the left-hand side, plenty of space, just driving, great ball in, Edouard finds the back of the net, and we are going to be leading 3-1. And I would have taken this scoreline and ran to the hills, but we are going to find a way to score 4, and you know what? It's an embarrassment for Marseille. Of course, the attacking version of this tactic is going to be with RB Salzburg, where we have an 100% win rate. So you can't really complain. You know, you've got Ratkov, Kanate in the goals. You've got Franz, Terzic, Bidstrup, Kanate with the assists. And when it comes to the championship group, we do pick up 1 loss, which is very annoying, but we still are going to win almost every single game. And I mean, stat-wise, most possession, 58%, most dribbles, fewest conceded, most clean sheets, most shots, most goals, most points. I mean, yeah, it's a very, very strong season, and we are going to break the record with 4.12 goals per game, 0.56 conceded, a great amount of shots per game as well, a good pass completion, The only thing I don't really like is attacker-win ratio, which I'm always honest with you guys when there's something that is not exactly bang on. We're a little bit bad when it comes to the attacker-win ratio, but considering what we achieved in the season, I'll take it and absolutely run, because we also are going to go on to win the Austrian FA Cup 3-0 over Austria Vienna. So a very, very strong season, and what a statement for this incredible, incredible tactic. As we can really look back and, you know, we've got 3 tactics here of the most hated 4-4-2, tested with Tottenham, Salzburg and Lens. 3 very different teams in very different scenarios, and hopefully you boys and girls back home have enjoyed. If you have, a like would mean the absolute world, a subscription, I'll give you a cookie. It would mean the absolute world as well. I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll catch you in the next day's tactic video in a bit.